People want to quit their jobs and they want to do forex trading full time.
If you don't know how to trade,
Don't
never
quit.
think of quitting.
NFP is no longer so impactful like it used to be.
I wouldn't advise anyone to start trading the Asian session because you lose your sleep.
Does this present a good economy or bad economy?
They are giving me money for my son's school fees. It was not mine.
I was very broke.
Before you decide to quit your job for Forex full time, invest in yourself.
The language changes
Yes.
from Sina
Sente to Sina Cash.
Get a community which will help you or guide you into the journey of forex trading.
Don't quit your job before you're profitable in the market.
Our viewers, this is your podcast. Welcome to today's Traders Talk, a podcast where we talk about forex trading. I'm pretty sure that the people who have been wondering how they can quit their job and then start doing forex trading full time. My dear friend, our viewers, this is your podcast. Today, I'm hosting Mr. Kiyonga Bashir and Sharrifah to talk about this and advise you on how you can quit your job to do forex trading full time. Sharrifah,
Yes,
say
please.
hello to our viewers.
Yes, hello and good evening. Yes, we are in evening time. Yes, nelero toze, just like always.
Just like always. Mr. Bashir,
Yes, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, buli omuwali. Thank you for tuning on. Thank you, Mr. Julius.
thank you for tuning in. This is BLOCFIAFRICA Africa. My name is Kamukama Julius, your host as always. Before we dive into how someone should quit and then start doing forex trading as a full-time job, we have had NFP today.
Yes.
How has it treated you?
Actually, for the market, it's like the news no longer, or should I say it is more of expected. The reactions and the volatility we used to have of over 200-300 pips, 400 pips is no longer. Maybe after something, but when you look at the moves before, all 2-3 years back, and right now, the moves no longer happen that big proportion.
Why do you think it is happening like that? Not like how it used to be before.
I think there are now more fundamentals than the norms we know. Like, for example, recently Trump signed an agreement with Ukraine.
Okay.
And that night, because here in Africa it is always night, the US time, it made a lot of pips, especially on gold, and even US dollar. It moved a lot than the normal, because now people are used to the daily news, the CPI, the PMI, the whatever, and they anticipate that before. But these news are happening. So nothing, you don't know what the reaction could be, the impact. So people don't take these traditional fundamentals as serious as this, because they know anytime the news can happen when you may be in the market.
So do you advise forex traders for not considering NFP like they used to do before?
No, don't just expect. Yeah, you enter, you do your taking. By the way, that is good, because previously you could have a good setup, but for example, it could wake you up down and then moves in your direction.
Yeah, those
but
are
now,
spikes.
Yeah, it just spikes out you and takes you out of the market. But right now, you know that if I'm on the right track, even if the news come, it might not spike me out of the market, then goes into my direction. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. Yes.
Sharrifah, did you trade NFP today?
No, not really. I did not trade NFP today. Not because I was afraid of the market on NFP, but just to add on what Mr. Bashir has said, I think these days there is a lot of geopolitical and economical affairs that take place, like on and on. It's like Trump tatuweza. So Tubatoloza is taking this direction, then it takes the other direction. So just like we know, the market is very reactive to whatever Trump or like does. So lots of events happen, and I guess most of traders do not take caution of these other events. Obwongo bwalemerayo nti we have these big news that move the market, for instance, the NFP itself and CPI. But again, these days, amawulire gajja kumukumu which move the market. Yes, so that's why I think today's NFP has not been so impactful. Not only today's, but also last month. And the other month, because there is even someone trader was like, NFP wenaku zino takyalina makulu. Takyalina makulu. That's what they say.
Because they are not getting the spikes they used to get.
Exactly, yes. Okay. So kakati luli nti twalina with Joe Biden, bali bamwita the sleepy president.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, so kati ye bibye yalinga abitwala mpola. Nti at least omwezi gugenda okwetoloola nga when NFP comes, definitely those spikes or the long moves are going to happen. But with Donald Trump, teyewummuza and naffe in turn tatuwummuza. That's why I think NFP is no longer so impactful like it used to be.
It's no longer so impactful like it used to be. So you should know how you approach the market as long as you know that there's NFP and other events coming up. Before we leave that same topic of NFP, today we have had mixed reports. We have had unemployment rate, we have had our repayment earnings, we have had NFP itself. We have had both negative and positive. For the benefit of our viewer who is a new person who have just seen BLOCFI Africa, how should they interpret such kind of news?
Okay. Literally, it is not a one-time thing. Like you have to know this because these fundamentals have an impact in each direction. You have interpreted. I have to interpret them differently also. For example, the hourly earnings, they could suggest otherwise. That maybe the hourly earnings, because in US and most European countries, they earn in hours, not like monthly salary like we do, like you have fixed. The more hours you work, the more you earn. The less you work, the less you earn. So when the earnings per hour increase by percentage, it didn't reduce, but the increase in percentage reduced as they expected. That they were expecting a 3% gain, but they got only 2%. That if you are working, maybe if you are earning $5 per hour, they could expect at least 5.5 or 5.1, but you get 5.05 dollars per hour. That is the increase in earnings.
In earnings per hour.
Yeah. So someone could interpret that maybe there are more people when you add it to the employment data, which came that they were expecting lower numbers, like to get more jobs added in the market, but they got more jobs. You get? Now, if so many people are getting jobs, and then it means the payment or the earnings should be lower.
Okay.
Because everyone is getting employed. Because if there were no employment or there were no people, like the jobs were lower and the earnings were lower, it means that maybe the jobs market is not doing well. But when you look at the data, it suggests that maybe the jobs market is healthy. Unemployment is as what they expected. These numbers, which we see, they are computed by these big firms, big banks, what they are expecting, what they are seeing in the economy, how the data is coming in, the salaries. For example, when you look at Uganda, most of the companies are paying through Stanbic Bank or other Centennial, whatever. So these companies see how much people earn on their accounts, the salary earners, how much do they get. on their accounts. So they say, this month people were getting less compared to last month. You understand? Because they get the data, they get their salary. So when you look at that the expectation was, the actual numbers were more than the expectation, then it means the data was good. So
as you still talk about the actual numbers and the forecast.
Yes.
When you look at the forecast of what they were expecting, they were expecting 138,000 of new jobs. Instead of that, they go to 177, which is above the expectation.
Over 47,000.
But when you look at the previous report in March,
yes,
it was 185. This means the forecast, the actual report of April, it is less
than the previous.
Does this present a good economy or bad economy?
These numbers, actually, they are revised even because previously they had put 200 and something for the last month, which they got. But now the actual numbers are lower. These are new jobs created in the market.
Yes.
Someone could think that maybe people are getting employed, but these are the jobs which are available, advertised, and people get. So when you look at the numbers, they could suggest a little bit contrast. Numbers going down. However, when you compare them to what they were expecting, because expectation is very, very key. Someone is expecting 50,000 and you give him 80. Even if he got 100 last time, he could at least have earned something. So with the situation, the current situation, and the media, how they portray the tariffs and what, so many people thought the jobs number would be even lower. When you look at the JOLT, JOLT number, they were very bad. And the ADP numbers, they were also very bad compared to NFP.
And these are the factors that determines the NFP results.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you get numbers more than expected, over 44,000, more numbers, more employment opportunities, that is good.
It's good for the economy.
Yes.
I believe, Sharrifah, though you said you didn't trade NFP today, but you have ever traded NFP, right?
Yes.
Can you give our viewer a hint on how you used to approach the market while trading NFP news?
Yeah, just like they said, of course, you look at all these other news that accompany NFP. You look at the forecast and then you look at the previous ones. Then if the forecast is a bit higher than the previous one, then that shows like maybe that there's an improvement in the economy. Then don't only rely on that. Then definitely go and do your technicals to accompany the fundamentals. Then definitely you trade NFP according to what the fundamentals have told you in collision with the technicals, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, that's when you cannot be wrong.
Mr. Julius, someone was buying gold on good numbers of the US economy. When literally numbers are suggesting that the economy is doing good, the US economy is doing good, you just know that the dollar is buying. And anything against the US dollar, for example, gold, for example, euro dollar, you just know that the dollar will outpower it and the market will go down. So when you get the fundamentals and you look at the technicals, because in most cases, the technicals will align with the fundamentals. In most cases, people say that the fundamentals justify the technicals, and most of it is true. I don't know how, but in most cases, and otherwise, most these calendared news, most cases are fixed or they are manipulated. For example, if they want higher numbers, they will just put a lower forecast.
Wait a bit.
Yes.
When they need higher numbers,
they just put a lower forecast. Numbers, easy to beat. That if they want, they know that even if we get 140, let us put 130. Even if we get 140, we just need a correction in the market. We just need to boost the US dollar. If we want bad numbers, let us put higher
figures.
Because the forecast matter more than the previous numbers.
Exactly.
So
wait a bit, please. Yes. Can you emphasize that while looking into the camera?
Actually, for me, I like trading the news more, especially the unemployment numbers every Thursday, because it is very easy to look at the forecast and know that this number is easy to beat. They have put a very low number, which even if they get something a little bit bigger, it will suggest otherwise. If they put for example, now they've put 177 employment.
It was their forecast was 138.
Yes. Now you imagine next month the forecast is 350. It is more likely that they will not beat that. Even if it goes to 250, it is very difficult. The US dollar will sell because the economy is doing bad, but it is very easy. It is doing well compared to the last month. So they use the forecast, and even they can give a number which is false, and they do a correction next month. For example, today on NFP, the employment data, they made a correction. They do that. When you go to the calendar, Forex Factory, you see the numbers which have changed. No one questions, why have you changed? But you can't tell me that the difference from 220 to 180 for previous, that is a margin error of over 40,000.
That's big.
That is big. You can't tell me that we have seen the numbers are 220, now they are 180. That is a big margin error. So they use those numbers to manipulate the market, of course, as we know. But if you consistently look at the calendar and follow up, you can know the direction plus the technique.
For a newbie who have just joined us, who is just watching us, and they don't know where to find this information and all the data we are talking about, where should they find it?
The data. First of all, we have some live sessions showing people on our YouTube channel, BLOCFIAFRICA Africa, on how to trade the news. We traded some news and how to go about it. But also there are some websites, for example, forex.com, Forex Factory, and other sites, but mostly we use Forex Factory to see the news. And I would encourage anyone who wants to learn more about trading the news to go live. Look at the live sessions. Most on this, we are trading the news, buy and sell. No, these people who do analysis of the market before the news happen.
Do you do it yourself?
We used to, but now I'm very busy.
Do you intend to revamp it?
Probably, maybe later. But in our community, most especially our close community, we do trade analysis and news analysis.
Most especially to our community. That means you have to be part of the community if you want to benefit from what BLOCFIAFRICA Africa bring for the people. Now, this is something very important.
Yes.
I know people, there are some listen that they understand English and the others they don't. Waliyo munafu atategera runyanyi mbechokanga ate ali mukutulaba nandi agadda akantu kano nkayisewo kubanga ka mugaso nnyo. Gwe a trading a forex nga oluzungu byabadde Bashir byabadde yogerako nga twenda kyotegedde. Alina ekyo kyayogedde nga kikulu nti bw'obanga o trading amawulire gano ng'otunuulira Forex Factory, enamba zino batera zimanipulatinga. Baba basuubira enamba nga nnene baleeta enamba ng'eri wansi nsiko. Ekyo ne kibayambako okubanga bajja kusobola okutuuka ku namba ne bwejjanga eyiseeko katono kisobose okubanga waakiri balaba nti results ze ziri positive. Ate baba basuubira nti enamba zijja kujja nga ntono batera okuforecasting oba okuteebereza nti emiwendo egigenda okujja gy'emirimu egitondeddwawo gijja kubeera mingi nnyo ng'olaba nga nawe butuufu kiri most likely not to happen. Ne bwe kikenderamu katono babeera bafunye kye badde beetaaga nga kiri negative. Nsuubira nkijjayo bulungi.
Yes.
Alright, so waliwo omuntu ebadde atulindirira okukoona ku nsonga y'olunaku lwaleero ey'okuba nti people want to quit their jobs and they want to do forex trading full time, but they have no idea. Now, I'm standing in their shoes. I know that I'm pretty sure that you do forex trading full time.
Yes.
And yes, I think you do forex trading full time. If not, you ever done it.
Yes.
All right, that's good. That means you've got the skill.
Exactly.
Which kind of backup or backup plan should someone have before they think of quitting their job for forex trading? I mean, doing it full time. Someone can be doing forex trading while they are doing other stuff. Like myself, I trade, but I do other stuff. Ne waliwo omuntu agenda okufuma office ye oba ave ku mudaala gwe, they get out of their office. They turn their sitting rooms into their offices.
Sure.
To earn a living. But is there any kind of a backup plan should someone have before quitting? If it is there, what is it?
Okay. First of all, trading forex full time is not easy, and it is not for someone who is what should I say? Omuntu owomutima omunafu. A faint-hearted one. It is for someone very strong. Because first of all, let me give you an example. I have some friends of mine. They knew me. You know, when you're learning something new, you feel excited and you tell almost everyone. And I started telling them about forex trading, about online businesses. We started with cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. So whenever we meet, they ask you, "Are you still in your things?"
Hey, they call it your things.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, I am. Okay. Of course. Naye omanyi ebintu ebyo ebya Bitcoin bya bubbi nze waliwo mikwano, not them. There is a friend of mine who they conned, they scammed in those things. For me, I fear them. But how are they working? Can you teach me? You imagine someone has a negative mind already, but is asking for a mentorship. And it is a ton of, you just tell them, of course, when you get time, I'll do what? I'll teach you. And that is the end until you meet them. That person, it is very, very rare that can make it in the market, unless otherwise. Another thing, it is very difficult for people to live, especially in Uganda. When you look at the demography of Uganda, most of the Ugandans, the population of Uganda, it's below 35 years. Almost 80% of the Ugandans are 35 years. When you look at the people in the office, almost 35 and above.
They're in the 40s,
50s. Now you imagine someone getting a job, hustling to get a job, and you tell them to quit because of forex trading. And someone is earning whatever amount, 1 point something, whatever, and you tell them, okay, now forex can give you millions, but it is not stable. It is not that you will get that amount, but you can. Those things are different. Will and can. So most people, it is so difficult for them to quit.
For those who have managed to quit or who are willing to quit.
Those who are willing, that is why I was explaining that it is not easy. It is not for the faint-hearted ones. It is someone very, very, very bold to decide that now I'm going to do this full time. But for the backup, for whatever benefit someone can see, because Forex has so many benefits, but for the backup, someone should consider before quitting. First of all, should have a skill. If you don't know how to trade,
Don't
never
quit.
think of quitting. Someone before, when I was starting, ngamba abantu nti uva ku mulimu gw'oyige, because when you have that time, bw'obeera ng'okola bw'oba ng'osoma olina obudde bungi, and something which will take you for a year, you can do it in 3 months or 6 months. Now you imagine if you start earning in 6 months, boss, siwe biri. It is not easy to do Forex trading full time.
Doing it full time.
When you're just starting. First of all, you have to know that you have the skill which will sustain you. Another thing, the skill matters most, because like any other business, trading, like any other career, because when you say business, trading is not literally business. It is a skill. Any other skill, you have to learn it. You have to give full-time attention. So it is very draining. You can see buying these candles. When you're looking at it 1 week, it is very easy. 2 weeks, a month, it is very easy to learn Forex trading. But to do what you're actually supposed to do, that is the most difficult part in trading. And it can take you a year, 2, 3, 5 years. That is the truth.
Okay.
The fact. So you have to know that I have the skill. How do you know? Of course, you can see that I've started making some profits in the market. And you look at what I'm making right now while I'm doing my daily job. And what if I could leave? And this should be another criteria, making profits consistently. Not regularly, but consistently. Like today you can lose, but then tomorrow you can make some money. That averagely, when you look your net profit on a week or in a month, you should be net profit, not net loss.
You should be able to judge yourself and see that you're making profits.
Yes. You can make profits today. Then you lose.
You lose it tomorrow.
Not even the
This
profit,
means
even the capital.
They should be consistent in making profits.
Yes, you should be net profit on. Give yourself a time frame, for example, a month or 2 months, and see, can I do this? Can I get profits on a monthly basis, at least for 2-3 months? Yes.
Okay. What's your take on that?
What I should say is one, before you decide to quit your job for Forex full time, invest in yourself. Like I already say, that time is the best investment any trader can give to him or herself. Put in time to learn these things, to gain this skill, because it is a skill. It is not gambling like most people think. It is not betting like most people say it is. It is a skill. Just like you want to be a doctor, you go and study medicine for 5 good years. But the difference with this skill, it will not take you the 5 years, but at least give yourself time. Let's say something like 6 to 1 year. You're learning this skill. Because if, one funny thing about trading, like when you get to know the person who tells you about trading, there is huge money. You're going to make profits. So we come with that mindset of making a lot of money. To zimbire bakadde baffe nyumba, we buy the Lamborghinis and everything, we go for vacations in a space of 1 month.
Positive mindset.
Exactly. But botu kamu field, it is totally different. So before you choose to quit your job for Forex full time, my dear, first invest in yourself. Give yourself time, learn the skill. My mentor, I remember, Yangamba Conti, these candles talk. Then I was like, sure, candles, how do they talk? But bwogenda ng'okiwa obudde, you find like you get to know their language. Actually they talk. How do they talk? In the order blocks, the fair value gaps and everything. That is their language. So invest in yourself, learn the language. Then when at least you can be consistent, because when I was still doing Forex full time, because right now I'm not doing it full time. Though I'm more profitable.
Right now you're not doing it full time.
Exactly.
And you once tried doing it full time.
Yes, I did.
Why did you choose to stop doing it full time and then maybe accompany it with others?
Let me first drive my point home. So when I was still doing Forex full time, I remember I had the target, like for myself, because again I need to know the current situation in Uganda. And I think yes, nachigira kugwe Mr. Bashir in one of the videos ze nalinga ndaba nti Uganda wano omwana avuga border, because that is an ordinary man or an ordinary person. Bwakola emitwalo ebiri kiba kinene. And you can live at least a good lifestyle. So kati nze newanga target of $5 every day. Era buli we nazikolanga I could withdraw.
Nomanya nti kaboda ko kavugidde ku computer calculated emitwalo
ebiri. So that's when I could again do other things.
Okay.
You get. So that's but why I had to quit erinvuddeyo, because you were talking of a backup plan. So kati nawe ali eyo osobola okwewa target nti if I can make $3 or $5 a day, you withdraw that money because you need money to keep life moving. So osobola ziteekayo nga that is your plan. Yes, when you make more than that, well and good, but $5 you withdraw, kidde wali kibenga kiwedde. Why I had to quit Forex, like not quitting it, but not doing it full time. Exactly. I found myself like getting addicted. Mani, when you're doing something, the more you know, or you learn the language of the candles, the more you get addicted to it. Kati nze nesanga nga even I can spend the whole day inside nga sifulumiyeko wabweru. I was like, no, this is not good to my health.
Was it bad while making money?
It is not bad if you're making money, but again, you end up losing what you've made.
You end up
overtrading. In other words.
Exactly. Okay. You overtrade, which is not good for your health.
Mr. Julius, staying indoor trading like from morning to evening, it is so stressing sometimes. By the way, before you look at how someone said that when you're going to do Forex trading, of course, you had your normal job. You know that I'm going to work from morning to evening. Now we bring that habit. We know that I have to work from morning to evening. In that, even if you make the money you want, you could do within the full day, within an hour, because your mind is stuck that I have to work.
I have to work until
you be on the charts, you be on the computer until evening, until the market forces you either by losing the money you've made or your account, blowing your account, or by closing in the evening. In most cases, we just know most people from maybe 7. They are out of the market 7 p.m. because they are set that way that by 7 I'm
I
done
should be out of
the.
I should not be working.
Yes, but the market is still moving. The Asian, the New York session is going to the afternoon session.
They do that because of the psychological system they work into in Uganda here.
I've been working from morning to evening. Now I should stop. But not that the market has stopped. So you find yourself that if you can't stop yourself from working, the normal working, then the market will disturb you more because you wachimanyira. You're used to working from morning to evening. And you end up doing over trading. You get stressed out. For me, I stopped doing that. Although sometimes I do it, but I know that I'm taking a trade from this time. Like, for example, if I'm to trade the Asian session, I trade maybe one trade in the Asian session. I know I will not trade the London session. Then I'll trade the New York session. So I know that if I'm not trading the Asian session, I know I'll trade the London session and then the New York session. And the New York session, according to my plan, I have to trade up to maybe 5 p.m. According to my plan. Why? I saw it that when I start looking for trades after 5, I lose more because the market, there is less volume and more manipulation. Even my strategy, because the market either has moved a lot, now I'm fighting to get the retrace. I end up buying or selling where the market is still continuing. So I saw it that maybe when I haven't found a trade or I'm in a trade and it is closed, taken out my TP, I stop at 5 and I go do something else.
What if it has hit your stop loss?
I'm done.
It's a trading day.
5, it is 5. Even ma'am, I put myself that from morning up to 5, that is my working day. Yeah, I can get some money, some profits if I hit my target, especially if I make a loss, one loss. I get out of the market.
You get out of the market.
Yeah.
You've talked much about having a skill. This means mentorship.
Yes.
Getting someone to train you, to teach you and understand how it works.
Yes.
Do you think, is it not important to have a community for someone who have got the training and now they have decided to quit? They are now into the system of doing Forex full time. Do you think it's not important having a community, a trading community?
Yeah, actually, community, mentorship and training, those are two different things.
Yes.
When you train, you can learn from trading from anywhere, even online for free. But mentorship means someone is directing you into something you want to be. And this involves community. When you're in a mentorship, in most cases, you have a community of like-minded people, that people you resonate with. And more so, if you really want to be a successful trader, regardless of you're doing it full-time or part-time or you want to quit your job, you need a community. These will direct you. You learn a lot from that community. And for me, it was a very big challenge when I started. I didn't have any community to learn from. I could learn from YouTube, from whatever, baby peeps, but someone to show you that, okay, you're trying this, but I tried it and I got this. It was very difficult for me. And I believe so much it is needed for anyone.
It is needed.
For anyone who is trading.
If you need to succeed in Forex trading, not only just having the skill or the training, you should also as well get a community which will help you or guide you into the journey of Forex trading. I am pretty sure that you're doing Forex full time, like you said.
Yes.
Which daily routine or habits that help you consistent into the way of doing Forex trading full time, so that even someone who is watching us should adapt?
Okay. Your daily routine depends. Okay.
On a personal level.
This is my story when I started Forex trading. Actually, as I said, by the way, the unemployment rates in Uganda, it is high. In Africa, it's very, very high. To get a job, it is not easy. It is not a walkover. So it is very difficult for you. I tried that because at least I have some education which could help me to get a job, but it was not easy. And then another thing which is not easy, okay, the money you get. When I looked at what I was doing to earn a living and how much I was earning, it was a very big discrepancy. Like, I didn't like what I was doing. So when I landed on online businesses and online, I'm talking about trading. Before I was trading cryptocurrency, I knew this is what I wanted. Doing what you want and doing something you want to earn living from, it is very, very difficult. I mean, different. When I looked at the markets, I said, this is my passion. And I told my boss by that time, Sebo, omwezi ogujja nze ngenda bikusida. Nera note. I was
Ngochali awo. I remember when I met you at a certain hotel, you were with
hotel
a certain Ethiopian guy. Was it
Ethiopian? Mr.
Now,
Bekela.
that was the first time you told me about Forex trading, and you opened a trade in a demo account. And this trade, you can imagine, in just 1 minute, it went up to $300. Then I converted that into Ugandan money. I was saying, I wait for 30 days to get that
get
money.
the same amount.
You know what happened thereafter? When I took up office, like everyone knew that I was resigning. I was quitting my job. I was resigning. You know what, guys? Next week I'm quitting. Next week I'm quitting. Because no way I could make $300 in just 1 minute. I wait for 30 days to get paid that money. Why? True. Those are the kind of challenges that you are going to face. So, they are not saying this for the sake of saying it. They are saying it for you to pick something which will help you throughout this journey of Forex trading. Do you have your personal habits, like on a personal level, that helped you stay consistent when you were still doing Forex trading full time?
Personal habits. If I remember very well, when I was still doing trading full time, one thing I got to know from my mentor, no trading Asian session. And I want to tell you the truth, I've never traded Asian session unless I entered a trade in New York and it is still running. Maybe I have a running trade, but not taking a trade in Asian session. Oba nchijuka bulungi ne bwe yakyogera. Inze si trading Asia mba never say. So it stuck into my mind. I don't trade Asian session. So my day could start at 8. Maybe I do like household chores like any other normal woman, the breakfast and everything. Then I could sit on my laptop from 9. Maybe that's when I try to do my analysis to see maybe if I'll get a trade in London session. Then as I wait for that trade to mature, because if you just sit on the laptop and you look at it, but something tells you, niga, ingira, customer nya katale je kadda, kana kusangayo. However much they tell you, sit on your hands.
You set up to mature.
On that very thing she has said, do you think Forex is spiritual? Because I have seen this several times. When you are on the chart, there's a force behind you or inside you pushing, please hit.
You know that
you hit a buy or sell button, hit. Like so that, even if that force is pushing you.
Yeah.
How do you guys avoid that?
So after doing my setup, I'm most probably I could wait for it I think at least for on the certain 30 minutes time frame. And I could come and after 30 minutes, every 30 minutes, I just come back to check. But, just like any other woman, I enjoy watching those soaps. So, kakati, I go and watch those soaps. 30 minutes, I go and I check. Okay, not yet. Like, so that's how I could manage myself, not to be forced to press that button prematurely. So whenever it could reach to my POI, then that's when I could leave everything, concentrate on it. I look at it. I could again go to a smaller time frame. probably 5 minutes. Though most people are like, but of course, if you don't know what you're doing.
True.
But if you know what you're doing and you know your age, go to the smaller time frames, because they are the best for entries, and they will give you a reasonable stop loss in that you risk what you'll be willing to lose. Until you know abakobye $10 nga your account is 200, you'll not run mad, you'll be okay. And again, that stop loss will be like the $10 will be much more easier for you to recover tomorrow and even make a profit over them.
Yeah.
A quick one.
Yes, please.
Why do you think your mentor advised you not to trade Asian session? What did you discover there after?
Okay, what I discovered after, in Asian session, depending on the pairs you trade, by the way, for people who trade the yen pairs, the AUD pairs, they move in Asian session. For people who trade those pairs, though I'm a love of GBP, JPY, but still I don't trade Asian session. There is there is no volatility in the market during that time. Also, however much until we are in a different time zone with, again, the same people we trade with the Forex market, because this is something on an international level, worldwide. Then there is a way our business is not active in those countries as well. So in Zerando, Zabana, Uganda, we are at an advantage. Because again, a London session, when the market has some volatility, again in the US and some other countries, it's night. They don't trade that session for those who love their sleep. But of course, they had your collar like they set a year back. Then there are those who trade the London session.
By the way, Mr. Julius, when I stopped, when I was still learning, because right now, for me, I love trading the Asian session. But I rarely sleep at night before putting in a trade, at least making some dollars. And I'm used to that. But before I put in a trade, I was stuck in a trade, and I put it at around 8 p.m. And it ran through the Asian session. I ended up having a sleepless night, and I lost the trade also in the morning. So it frustrated me so much. And there are spikes and spreads doing the Asian session. I think it is the most spready.
The spreads are really, really
very,
big.
very big. The Asian session, because there is little volume in the market. So I was so frustrated that I spent the whole night while looking at the trade. Even I could see every move, every tick of the candle, every minute of the candle until night, and I lost the trade. You imagine being there praying, Kamukama Nyamba, trade,
that is being the market prisoner.
And you're not sleeping, because during the day, you know that I'm awake. Now everyone is asleep. You don't want to do anything, but the trade is going against you. You see it goes into, for example, about to break like the margin call, and it comes back. You say, and then it comes back.
And you feel like God have heard your prayers.
But then it hits you, and you lose the trade at the same time. So if you don't want that, I wouldn't advise anyone to start trading the Asian session, because you lose your sleep, and maybe you could make money, but it is not
it is not a good session to trade. That's true.
But for me right now, I love it because it is used to manipulate, especially in gold. For me, I tell my people, my community, that if you want to know the direction of the market, look at the Asian session, what it did. So when I say a can, I know that it will give me at least 50 to 100 pips. Even if I get 30 out of that trade, it is good to go. And then I just know that even if I'm asleep during the London session, then I'll get, because it has already manipulated the New York session, it will give me a good setup when I know the direction almost. So I love the, not really love, because now I'm tuned in that during night I'm awake. Yes.
Okay, there is a challenge that we Ugandans, actually Africans, that we normally face.
Yes.
When you're doing such online businesses, they think you're a gambler, you're useless, in other words.
Yes.
Now, think of this person who have quit the job. Every morning they are at home.
True.
Afternoon they are at home. Evening at home. And they were used to see them moving out of their homes every single day. But now every day only work on the road. How do you manage that?
Actually, most of my neighbors, they think I don't work. They just see me going maybe to the gym and shopping. They think I don't work. And being in a flashy and a good a homestead, when the surroundings see you just when you're moving, they maybe they could suspect, I don't know, but they look at me in a different way than the people who go to work. But even someone Kasuku, I think Kasuku, who is
this
Kasuku
blogger.
Live,
the blog.
So he's yagamba abantu oli agamba, they tell you like they don't know that we are working.
They don't know.
When you online, people, they don't know that you're working.
And when they actually get to know, they don't accept, they don't believe.
They don't understand. So oliagamba they don't know that you're earning even more than someone
bigger than
who
what
is
they're
working.
earning. Yeah.
And it is very difficult, very traumatizing, even especially when you're having a family which is non-supportive. It is not easy to okulaga abantu bano nti you're working unless you start making some money. And for me now, they give me responsibilities. Nera bakuoli katyojaku lero nera wabairawo ekintu Bashir mumukubiddeko
gwekabijja.
Necessarily me, but I have to know what is happening. Era gojja kubeera kinene bwewabaawo anything to in the leadership session maybe wagenda kubeerawo wabavubuka kati nze wabavubuka nze treasurer wano nze wane mu family treasurer they couldn't because you have something when you're contributing. You see that $20 is not too much.
It is something small.
You can make $50 a day. Now, what if I give $20? For you, it is small. But to a community which they are used
it's
to
big, bro.
give omutwalo gwa Uganda,
they see contributing mitwalo 10 or mitwalo 8. It's really big.
In
a different angle.
And start respecting you, not what you do. They respect you as a person. Waliwo senga my auntie, they had a discussion with her children. Then a boy brought a topic of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And then she said, they are scams. And then he said, but your uncle does them. Let me call him. And then she called Nanga. Hey Bashir, like, are they known for scammers? Then I asked her, do you mean senga nange ndi mufere kubanga ebintu byabafere? So I'm also a scammer. Nze chimanyi baneno mutabani wagamba. He's saying that they are legit, but for me I don't believe in them. But I want you to teach him. You imagine. So they respect you, but not because they don't understand. Even if what we are doing right now, some people don't know that we are working. They don't know that even social media, you can work on social media.
You can.
Not this. Someone who is working on a TV set is more respected than someone who is working on YouTube.
Yes.
Mr. Bashir chayogedde kinzijukiriza also at home. I remember whenever I used to be at home, I'm on my laptop in my bedroom. My mother used to think I'm doing nothing. I'm just on my laptop. And not until when she was like, tewali kino. Then you're like, let me make a withdraw. or let me send you mobile money,
Then
you
you
go
buy
and
it.
buy it. She's like, 30%
So
of
it's
it,
J1.
and I told her, whenever I'm in my bedroom, I told you I'm working. Kakati, things changed to the extent that she could buy an asset, not in her names, in my names. Because there is something I'm
They are
contributing.
trusting you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
just like you said, they do not respect you, or they don't respect what you're doing, but they respect you. Because like my language is beginning to change. Sirina send. Nina kati, I don't have cash with me right now.
True. Someone calls you mgamba, abulanga sinawo sente sawa zino sente sina sente.
I don't have cash right now.
A habit, can I call it a bad habit? For me, I believe when I have my money on my account, it is more safer, and I will not misuse it more when I have cash.
Exactly.
So instead of having 1 million or 100 on me, it will rather be on an account, and I count every dollar which it can make for me, that million or that 100,000, because 100,000 can give me 20,000.
True.
So when I have it in my pocket, they are redundant, it is useless. So it rather, when you call me or when they tell me, I tell them, sawa zino sina o sent, maybe tomorrow or when I've finished whatever I'm doing or withdrawing. So as she said, the language changes from sina sente to
sina cash. Cash, like liquid money.
My prayer to you is that your language should also change. Noberanga toyogera anti sirina sente, and then instead of sirina o sente nechifuka anti
sina cash.
Sirina cash kati. A quick question.
Yes.
When we are working, we incur expenses.
Okay.
Talk of rent for those who pay rent. Talk of other bills, water bills, electricity, food, ABCD, transport, medical bills, and everything.
Yeah.
How do you manage such kind of psychological pressure when you are doing Forex? Because Forex, you wake up in the morning, you expect that I will either get money or not get money.
Yeah.
But someone who is in the office, they are comfortably know that at the end of the month they will get paid.
True.
So how do you manage this pressure? Yes, I am home, I am working online, I'm trading, but there are two possibilities, either losing or making money. How do you manage that psychological pressure?
Actually, the first thing, as we said, you should be consistently profitable. A net profit. Net profitable at least. Not making today, and then that is why for me, as right now, I don't encourage someone who is working a day job to quit Forex trading, because there are so many ways you can do Forex trading while keeping your job, and you need money to fund the account.
Yeah.
So at least you have to get to know that Sharrifah said it, Isma said it here on our channel, that at least you have to know that I make this exact amount a month before I quit. So as for me, I know there are good months and bad months, but when I have a good month or a good week, I have my accountant. She handles my finances, because I know for me, I can't manage everything. So what I do, I have a portion, or I know exactly that this is the money we need for the month, utilities, whatever. This is the expense per month, and I have to handle that. And I have a savings account that is, I don't touch. She's the one to get to know that, okay, if we have any emergency savings, we use this amount. And there is also some money which I give, that even if I don't make money next month,
you've got a backup.
Yeah, something which can cover us.
Okay.
And in Africa, we are very lucky. The cost of living is not too high, as long as you can manage food and maybe where to sleep. So I would advise people to, if you're doing forex trading full time, don't look at the monthly basis. If you're renting, you have known, for example, most of us are still renting and even if you're told, it doesn't matter. If you're renting, it is better when you get money, pay upfront, pay 3 months, pay 5 months, and you know that if I don't make money in the next 2-3 months, I'm well off. And even if I'm doing maybe doing grocery, I don't buy a kilo. For me, I don't buy a kilo, and in most cases, I don't know how much a kilo costs because
you buy large quantities.
Yes,
Exactly.
I know that if I'm to buy, I buy 10 kilos of sugar, 10 kilos of rice. I know a bag, it is this amount.
So that it will cover you
yes,
in bad days.
Yes, even if I don't make money next month, I'm covered. They will not know.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that is how I take off the pressure of sustaining myself every month.
You know, it is hurting when you're there. You just know that I wake up in the morning, I open up my chart, then I start trading without knowing if you will either make money or lose money. Yes. And yet you people have got nothing to eat in the house. That is really embarrassing.
Even losing what you have.
Because of that pressure. Because you need to make and cover that.
Landlord, I'm going to pay rent. Then you lose maybe, let me say, $300. Okay, even if $200. And you know that the rent was even less than $100. And then you lose $200 because you wanted to make money for rent. It is very, very stressing.
Chimenya era chimalamu amanyi. When you are trading and you're doing it full time, you need to have a backup plan so that you will be able to cover what you need to cover in the days when you're not making profits. It is not every day that you're going to make profits. Some days we'll make profits and other days we'll lose, because losing is part of trading journey. How did your view guys change? Like when you started doing forex trading? You know, when you just started forex trading, otandika okulabanga ogule motoka mbirowoozo ozimbe nyumba mbirowoozo like buli kimu olabanga kikolanga akamyanso. So how did your view change when you started doing forex trading full time?
Like when you're profitable or when you've just got to know about forex?
When you've just started it full time, that means you are partly profitable.
Oh. This is when you even see yourself firing, like chasing away your landlord. You have your own apartment. You bought your mother, that Porsche car. A bit out of you, my friend. You do a lot of things, but in reality,
it is not easy. By the way, when I was starting, because for me, I didn't know what to do, but I knew my boss, I was demanding some money. Neither way as in Sasula, I knew that I needed a phone. That was Spark K1. It was Spark 1. They used to call it Spark K1. That was the first Spark in the Techno phones. So for me, I just bought the phone and I said, this is what I have to use to make money. Maybe because I didn't mention this, and it is very important for someone to go full time. Just know that you have somewhere to sleep. You're very assured that I'll sleep even if I don't make money for the next year. You have something to eat for the next year. What I did where I was working, I had somewhere where I was sleeping. It was very, very cheap, 20,000 per month. So I knew even if I don't pay for a certain amount of months, I can pay that. Even if it is 5 months, I will pay the 100,000. So, and then I got a lady who was serving us the meals when we were working. I told her, I got a job, but it is paying monthly. And I don't know if they will pay me next month, but I'm very sure I will pay you the other month. So you give me money, the meals, because we used to pay her very well. And I was a friend to her. For me, when I go somewhere, I have 3 friends. a shopkeeper, someone who has a kaduka, anti-kaduka.
You can get drinking water or sugar or what.
on a banja. Oyabera mukwano gwange nga owa katale wensobola okujja emmere
nga toyina
nga
cash
sinaawo no mobile money, in that if I don't have airtime or credit
they can easily give
mugamba soka neither I have that specific person I give business if I'm withdrawing depositing oyo, in that if I don't have money I just call her or him nteeraako 12,000 omutwalo so that I can do, even if I don't have transport I tell him or her so compare omutwalo malo genda ndabe.
Because of your previous transactions, they will find it easy to give you what you need.
I have those friends. So I had this lady. She could give me that meals I could eat once in a day. Ngo regular enzirayo n'endya. So I could eat only when I go back home in the evening. So she fed me for almost 6 months without paying. And when I got my first
and the money rose up to how much?
No, it was only 2,000
per day for 6 months.
For 6 months.
Those are how many days?
That is about
start times 6.
180. Like, yeah.
180.
But I could get some money. No more, and you give her like 10,000. So, but she fed me literally for almost a year. But you asked about the perspective doing business, trading full time. Literally, you have, know that this is not a get rich quick scheme. It will not be easy. You need money to do the business because it is a business. You have to, we use money to make money. So you need capital. So it is not easy that you just go into the market and make money. And those came into my mind that I will not get money instantly, and I forego the dreams of buying my father a very big car, building my grandmother a house. So I knew that if I can survive today, I can survive this month, then I will get whatever amount I see people making on social media.
Okay, so this is the last question, and I need your honest response towards it. Can you share a moment when you seriously questioned your decision to go full-time trader, to go as a full-time trader? That moment when you regretted and said, had I known?
There is a day.
Be yourself and be honest.
There is a day. Someone gave me her money. Ne nangamba. Okay, ojazimpa like in 2 months time.
Okay.
I'm always honest with money. But sometimes trading yandaganti you can be dishonest, and even business. That is when I knew that never use someone's money to do trading. So she gave me money. I will use this money. So you keep it for me. Then ndaba ningamba $1 million zinenya ne bwemba nga nfunyeko $2 for 2 months. Really?
Million nya.
Million
roughly $10
so $1,000. What if I put it on EXNESS and I just risk a little to get $10? It will be enough. I was very broke.
And I guess you had not reached the level of risking what you knew.
No, I didn't. I didn't, but I knew that I can buy and I can sell. I had made some money before, but I knew I didn't have capital. I didn't make money because I didn't have capital. Now that I've got the chance that I have capital, I can make money, more money. Now I started making with my discipline of putting some small lot size.
Yeah.
Then it went against me. I said, but let me add in some. Then it went against me. Now you imagine, I lost that 1,000 within a week. But not that the market, I lost it, but added in more trades, so the losses compounded. Now I said, where will I get the money
to pay back.
I haven't made the money. I haven't eaten the money. I wish I had bought something out of this money and
something visible.
And someone then knew that I've eaten her money. Then I know that yes, I have enjoyed something. Your money, because now I'm a thief, but not. So I started looking for money. Really, that is one of the time I most regretted doing Forex trading.
Did you manage to pay back the money when you became profitable?
Yeah, you start paying in bits, but of course the reputation, you can't pay back that reputation.
Okay. Yeah. Did you later explain what happened to her?
She knew everything about it. She
that
knew
you
trading,
gambled.
But no. She knew trading because we are doing trading together.
Oh, she was a trader.
Yeah, she was. But later, she didn't understand anything. Now it became Zara, it became betting. Oh, but before, she knew that I'm a trader. And when she expected me at least to a certain level, but I had not made that a lot of money. You understand? But because I was making some small money, that you couldn't miss having at least a mitwalo kumi on you, because you can make $20, $30 there.
Okay.
Yes.
I will not give back the microphone to you. I want you to akakatalekeka as you wind up something that you don't want to go without saying.
Okay. Someone who is really, really, really interested in trading, and you, especially in Uganda, and you have a full-time job, you're blessed. Someone who is really, 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 really interested, because now we have people from Uganda but living abroad, for example, UK, wherever, watching us. If you're really interested in trading and you're into those other countries, you're also blessed. Because when you have a job or something which brings in money, now you're on an advantage. Use that opportunity. Don't trade the small time frame. Don't just gamble. Don't think of trading, quitting your job. Look at trading as a supplementary income. And forge a way. If it means learning trading while others are sleeping, while others are clubbing, while others are... Get a way of learning trading and doing trading. It doesn't mean that you have to be physically all 24 hours on the charts. You can just do maybe some, what we call limit orders. You can trade, be a non-day trader. Not a scout, a swing trader. You can trade long, higher time frames, 4 hour, 4H or daily,
based on their availability.
Yes, okay. And then you make money on trading. So, don't quit your job before you're profitable in the market.
Thank you, Sharrifah.
Yes, please.
A moment you regret.
A moment I regret. I remember it was beginning of last year. They had given me money for my son's school fees. And then I remember I shared with a friend, Smith, of course you know him. Nga Smith. It was school trading. Yes, school fees for my son. Nga is up trading. So I was like, Sharrifah, now you know you have the skill. You can put that money on the account. Then before kids get back to school, you've already made that money. So I was like, yes.
Wait, the school fees was not yours?
For my son's school fees. It was not mine. So I had to make a few like a little bit of shopping. Then the balance I deposited on my EXNESS account. In a week's time.
You wanted to duplicate the money?
Yes, it was 500. In a week's time. The school fees was gone. I was like, how am I going to face this man and tell him the school fees is done?
There's nowhere to be seen.
So I had to again sit again and go back to the drawing board and rethink. So I had the deep fly at home. So I had to sell it in order to
A deep fryer.
yes,
To recover the money you had to sell
because the
your
boy
asset.
had to go to school.
I get the pain. That is the pain.
Yes. So he was like, I'll leave him to be no.
Trading.
Yeah, but conclusively, I think akatalekeka, right?
Akatalekeka.
What I can say, in when we go to a church, locally, there is what they call push. It's like pray until something happens. But I this is one thing that kept me keep going. For me, I had to change it from pray until something happens to trade until something happens. I did not quit, however much school fees someone. So I had to continue to revise my notes, to revise my books, not until I had something to put on the table, not until nange mfoka gwebebuzaako before they make an important decision. So I had to trade until something happened. So aliye wenna nkugamba, trade until something happens, and it will eventually happen.
Okay, thank you so much for keeping yourself with us. Thank you so much for watching. That was it for today. It was so amazing. I do believe that you've learned something, and I do believe that you're going to adapt something. Actually, if you want to quit your job for Forex trading, first set up something aside that is going to be giving you an income for your daily expenses. Maybe as you lose, as you keep trading, as you lose, as you get, this side job you've created will cover you as a backup plan. Thank you so much. My name is Kamukama Julius. See you next time.